Hello, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Walk, Talk, and Rock. We are on episode 6. I'm your host, Xaiyeon, and today we're going to be talking about Black Flag Assassin's Creed by the studio or company Ubisoft. Alright, we're going to do a 3.5 today. This time I remembered to start treadmill. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about Black Flag, and the sections I'll be going over will be about why Black Flag Assassin's Creed is, in my opinion, one of the best Assassin's Creed games like ever made in the franchise. Honestly, I love pirate stuff, but pirating, I mean, just being a pirate is so cool, in my opinion. Then the second section is going to be about what Resync actually is, and like my opinions about what they should do with Resync. I mean, it's already too late now. I can't really share my opinions because the game is coming out this month in July. But I just want to make some clarifications on Resync. It's nothing, I don't think it's going to be an amazing game. I really also wanted to share other things about it, like the pricing, so that'll be in the other sections. The third section will be the dangerous part for remake versus replacement. You know, this is going to really give fans what they want, or is it going to be a dumbed down version or something? Or is it just straight up a remaster? And the fourth section will be, why did Ubisoft do this? What is Ubisoft trying to accomplish out of all the Assassin's Creed games? Or maybe this is already part of their remaster plan, because I think they were doing like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, I guess, and then Black Flag is next, honestly. And then the last section, section 5, will be like my final prediction, how the game is going to turn out to be, and what people will hope to expect from this Black Flag Resync. So the first part, we're just going to talk about the game, first of all, in premise. So Assassin's Creed Black Flag released on the PlayStation 3 and whatever other console, because I only had PlayStation, in 2013 October. And I believe it was one of the greatest hits on the PlayStation 3, because that also came with like some PS3 bundle, and it was a good game. I don't know what else to say. It sold over 17 million copies, and I believe it was like one of Ubisoft's highest grossing game ever in their franchise. Like one of them, okay? Like one of the highest selling. And what I particularly liked about Black Flag is the fact that it really captured being a pirate, I guess. But you follow the story of the regular, like, going through history and playing some character named Edward, and you find comrades to help you commandeer your pirate ship. And I believe this was one of the first games that had pretty decent open world. I think it was open world because you could go to different islands and stuff. And I remember spending hours going through the high seas and finding materials for crafting. And it was so freaking cool, right? So, what else did I like about Black Flag? I guess the crew stuff and the progression was kind of mid, in my opinion. But I wouldn't say that it was like a bad thing, because, you know, like, it's the PS3 and we just had a lot of different kind of tech. And this was one of the first pirate games that ever had, like, like a first 3D AAA big ocean sailing a boat and fighting with your crew. And part of the story was that, like, Captain Edward, he wasn't really like one of the, like, a real assassin in the game. I don't think Black Flag had too much espionage, to be honest. Like the original series, it was mostly you just go out there and you kill people and you steal stuff, basically. So it wasn't that hard to get into, you know. I think that's why part of the reason why a lot of people liked it, and because it was easy to play, and it was fun because it really felt like an adventure. You know, that's what games are supposed to do, right? Games are supposed to instill adventure and curiosity. In this game, you didn't really know what to expect because you had to go to different islands, and it really felt like you were living the dream of being a pirate. Another thing that was fresh on the game was it was one of the many few naval warfare system. As I'm talking, it's about such as the ship engagement. There wasn't really any other games that had the type of naval warfare combat. You know, there was what's that? There's like a ship game for PC, I forgot what it's called, but I don't think it was as good as Black Flag at the time. And people really like that, especially for console. You know, you have very few choices with any game that had pirate ships in it and really good engaging combat. And one other thing that people, well, I also liked was the sea shanties when you're sailing. With your crew, they just randomly sing one of the pirate songs. Well, I don't know any off the top of my head, and I can't really remember lyrics. But I really liked that part. It really felt like a journey. It really felt like you were part of the crew. And that's the thing, you know. Some games just need to do things like that, you know, make you feel like you're part of the group, make you feel that you're actually playing a game that you're part of. And that's the thing about the story that I thought was unique. So you know how usually when you play the main character, you're just given their like POV, but if you're not the main character and you play as a side character and you feel like you're following the main character, because Edward, like in my point of view, I felt like Edward was a side character and you're helping these people. It's better that way, to be not playing the character that's progressing the story, but the character that's helping the cause of a main character. That way it actually feels like you're contributing, because if you play a main character, or if your game is based on a main character and you're the main character, it doesn't feel impactful, if you know what I mean. It just has that side effect, because like, oh, you were the main character, of course you can do it. But if you're treated like a side character from that POV, as with Edward, because I believe he was helping Jack Claw because he wanted like revenge or something about that. I can't really remember that well. The game is so long ago, and it just felt great. And then the combat, oh man, the combat was freaking phenomenal. Like, I love the countering and all that, and dueling. Once you get the ship down from the crew, you can fight the captain directly. And oh man, that was just super fun. I really enjoyed that. But a little bit of mention. So there's been this game called Windrose that's released too. And while it's a very nice survival game, it has no story. So this is where Black Flag comes in. Like, if you've never played Black Flag in your whole life, and this is your first time playing a pirate game, and Black Flag is like on your radar, just buy the game, guys. Just buy it. You're gonna love it, because I loved it. I bought it day one when it came out for the PS3, and oh man, it was amazing. Even if you're not too versed in Assassin's Creed itself, you don't need to. The story is very simple. It's just a revenge story, but you're gonna love it. Like, hands down, honestly, for me, and maybe, yeah, honestly, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is one of the top series games in that franchise that I like. Right next to the one where you can like, I literally can't, Odyssey? Is it Odyssey? It's the one where you can like build a base and you like have commandments with battles. But yeah, that, like, Black Flag is up there. And hopefully this remake or remaster is gonna truly deliver a brand new experience. especially for people that have not played Black Flag. I mean, I'm guessing the timing for Black Flag is great because everybody is on vacation, I guess, except for me. I'm working, you know, I gotta make money. But I could be a pirate, see? Why can't I just be a pirate, right? Why can't I be like the One Piece? I hope in this one they can let you name your crew and shit. Like that'd be so cool, and rename the NPCs. Like that's what I really like. I really hope they add more features. So we'll talk about that. But I don't think it's gonna be that amazing, honestly. It's probably not gonna be as great as I will make it sound it to be. But I'm just gonna say a lot of things that I dreamed of what it would be, or hope it would be like. So yeah, we'll talk about that, and then I'll talk about the actual features. But I feel like it's been overdone so many times. So now we're gonna talk about that. What is Resynced actually? Is it just a quick money grab? Another nostalgia trip for us people that were born in the 90s or whatever? Or the 80s? It doesn't matter. I don't even know why I said that. Gaming is for any age. Unless you're lower than 18, I guess. So, Resynced is basically going to be a relaunch of Black Flag. And it's not being sold as a simple remaster. Ubisoft is calling it a remake. In their words, a remake. You want to know what a real remake is? Square Enix and Final Fantasy VII trilogy. Now that's an absolute masterclass right there. Masterpiece, hardcore development right there. That's what I would call a remaster. Oh shit, I got a Lexio Talis. Rich. I've never seen a Lexio in my life, and I don't even use Talis. So what I mean is that when Square Enix, this is just like comparing apples to oranges, because Square Enix is a total another beast when it comes to development, and Ubisoft, they just love to copy and paste assets. Like when you play their Assassin's Creed series, they always reuse assets, and I'm not a fan of that. Even though it's good for development and lowering the costs, maybe I guess if I was gonna run my own game company, sure I would reuse assets. But man, it's just really just looks poor and lazy. I mean, shit, I'm poor and lazy, so I never mind. Forget that. But I just want to say, like, if it's your first time playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you should definitely get it. So the key question is if Ubisoft rebuilt it from the ground up, how much of the old game is still in it, right? And that's what we're gonna see right now when it comes out, because from the trailers, it looks like they're not really doing much to the story, but they're adding more side quests and expanding the ending of the story, I believe. Which is fine. Which is fine. And I don't have anything bad to say about that, because like I think this game is more targeted to people that are more new to the series. All right. So one of the main gameplay mechanics in this one is that it's going to include more modern systems from previous titles in the Assassin's Creed series. You know, like we had the ninja one recently, and I forgot the other one. Not Odyssey. It was like, is it Valhalla or something? I forgot which one it is. And they're updating the graphics. And they're gonna update the naval warfare. There's gonna be, you know, additional story content, like I said. So if you like stealth game, they're gonna add that too from like previous Assassin's Creed. So I'm guessing what they're gonna be adding in this one is all of those features from the older ones, and hopefully they integrate it well with this one. What I'm thinking is like maybe they'll have some systems, especially from Odyssey. Like if they add some of those management stuff to Odyssey based on islands you could capture, bro, that would be so freaking crazy. I would freaking love that game. I would freaking love that game. Like, oh my god, that would be crazy. Like, so you just capture the island that's preoccupied by like outlaw pirates, and then you can establish a base there, And then if they implement trading, naval trading, oh shit! Like I'm going to buy that game, 100%. And what I mean is that in most of these kind of games, especially games like Port Royale, what that is a RTS game. They usually have games that go off in order like that. And you can trade from different islands and just make money. Like that would be another way to increase the game's replayability. Oh yeah, oh that's the one. So the other previous game before Shadows was Mirage, and that one was kind of a miss or a hit. But I was saying, but yeah, Valhalla, if they would add like that one had a really interesting skill system and a very unique exploration system, and if they add that to the Black Flag Resynced, I think that's just gonna be a whopper. And with Odyssey, like that's a month. I feel like anyone that hasn't played, as I keep saying already, Black Flag Resynced, it would be a perfect time to get it. And I'm so glad they did that. And oh yeah, Black Flag is number 4. It's just crazy to me that we're getting an amazing remaster, resync. Like I never would have thought of seeing this, but then again, they're already remastering like 1, 2, and 3, so I guess I'm not too shocked there. They want to capture the young generation that's gonna play video games. You know, you're gonna be their new cash pigs. Sorry, cash cows. So yeah, you better get hyped. You better start saving, and you better start spending. Oh. Okay, I don't know why I did that. You're gonna be a real pirate now. You're gonna love Edward's story. I just hope the replayability is gonna be high, but oh man. Upgrading your ship too was super fun, but like in the original, it was very linear. You just did X, Y, X, Y, then you upgrade your ship. Hopefully this one you have the opportunity to do a various amount of farming to upgrade your ship and upgrade your crew. And I hope you can have your own fleet. Like not even a big fleet, you know? Maybe like a what's that called? What's the one that's only like 3 ships? Well, like a 3-ship fleet, I guess. There's a word for it. Can't remember the naval term. But man, that'll be so freaking cool. So, like, if you love the original Black Flag, like you're just gonna love this one because it's literally just more. You know, they're literally gonna make you fat. You're gonna be a fat ass pirate like Luffy. You're gonna eat so much in this game. You're just gonna appreciate the pirate life, I hope. And then if they add multiplayer, like fleet battles with multiplayer, oh man, it's over, guys. This is gonna truly be the best Assassin's Creed remake of all time. But you know, I'm saying too much about it, and I'm very excited about it. Like the only negative I would have about Assassin's Creed Black Flag right now, if it weren't to live up to my expectations, would be that what would it be? Like, it's definitely gonna live up to expectation. Probably the graphics, no, not really many character customization, very limited naval weapons, very limited weapons in general. Like, we'll see what kind of equipment and gear they add. I believe in the original you could have used a pistol and a sword or rapier. I think you could dual wield as well. And I think they did have a shotgun. I can't really remember at the top of my head. But there wasn't really that much variety. I think there was only like 5 different weapons. So hopefully they'll add more in here. Do know like it's based on the current timeline in like the what 1700s or something like that. But still, they should just add some other countries that just come into the high seas, you know? Like Like, it doesn't need to be canon to history, right? It's a video game. Video games are supposed to be creative and imaginative. Like, I don't mind mixing real history with fake history. Like, it's just a video game. But that would be awesome. Now we're gonna move on to the third part. You know, I mean, I'm pretty much talking about it already. The remaster versus the original. So this one is definitely going to deliver better graphics. Hopefully it's going to deliver really good controls, especially for PC port. I'm pretty sure like this game was made in mind for PC first. But of course, you know, Sony has their special place in Ubisoft's heart. And maybe old fans will want to revisit the game. I wouldn't consider myself a fan. I'm not a fan of anything. I don't like being a fan of anything. I only like things or hate things. I mean, dislike things. But I like this one because it's pirate ships and I don't know. I feel like the whole demeanor of being a pirate and all that is really fascinating and so cool. And it's just cool, you know. I'm a guy, I like it. And hopefully the combat is not too brain dead. Like with a lot of these games, it'd be like you press one button, you do a whole full 10-hit combo. Hopefully you can still do combination combo attacks and it's not so brain dead. Like, it'll be cool if the skills and progression system, you know, you could do like a 4-button slash, right? And then you can use any other button to do like a skill or something. I know free flow combat is very popular right now. And hopefully they make it more so like that, you know, like Batman Arkham. Ooh, wow. You know, beating up people in there feels like a treat. Or they're gonna make it more like Dark Souls, like, you know, you just get in 2 hits in and you have to dodge and parry and whatever. Well, definitely, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft is gonna go to Darkham, Batman style combat, like they pretty much always done anyway, from what it looks like. And then another thing is maybe they're gonna add fast travel. I think there was fast travel in the original, but maybe this one will be. It should be where you can get an item and you can just kind of like what Windrose does. We could put a flag down and be able to fast travel to previously islands that you visited, or they can make it so that you can earn trust and you unlock the ports. You know, like ports in a city, ports in an island, so you can fast travel to that. Once you've gained a reputation enough by doing quests and side quests with the locals of that island, they'll allow you to port or fast travel. That would be an interesting feature that would be added. So hopefully they will do that instead of just like, I don't know, exploring the island. And then what you usually do in Assassin's Creed games is you find like the crow and then or like some animal and you get to observe and memorize the location or something. That's for like getting the map. Well, for the map itself, I don't even know. So you know what I was thinking? Like the ocean part of the game, it should be procedurally generated. But the main, let's say, main islands for the story are static. I don't even know if that makes sense. Like, I feel that there should be a part of the game where there's an open seas and procedurally generated islands that are detached from the main story place. But this is what I'm saying. So you have the main area, right? And I hope this is what's going to happen. You just have the main map, right? Just the main map, right? But then there'll be another one, a mode, if you say, like, I don't know, Dead Man or exploration or something. High seas exploration, where you can go on an infinite and endless journey with your ship and your crew. And the longer you survive, the stronger the enemies will become in that free roam exploration or whatever. It's a totally separate map, which is all procedurally generated. for the like, but I don't even know that's gonna work on console, right? On console, that shit's not gonna work. That'll probably take up too much space. But man, if they added that, it's kind of like, I don't know if you played a game called Xaiyeon. There is an endless mode in Xaiyeon, but you know, Xaiyeon is a 2D game. It's cheap to do procedural generation because the assets are low file size, and obviously Assassin's Creed Resynced supporting up to 4K, that would be crazy. So they better implement DLSS 4.5 or 5 with that shit. But it would be really amazing if they did that. Like if they did that, oh my god, that game would be my favorite game of all time. No cap. And another feature that they're gonna add that wasn't in the remaster, I don't think you were able to swim or dive into the ocean. But in this one, in Resync, they're saying you will be able to dive anywhere. You will be able to swim in the ocean, guys. You can swim deep down, like Subnautica 2 in this bitch. And you'll be able to swim down there and explore shipwrecks and secrets and find treasure. Like, oh my god, the more I'm talking about the game, I'm just hyping myself up. But that sounds crazy good. And that wasn't in the original one for sure. But that just adds another layer of exploration and adventure. So you're definitely gonna love it. Lots of fun there. So that would be like the best new feature, honestly. And I feel like it was always supposed to be there because I mean it's the freaking ocean. You should be able to swim in the ocean, right? Not jump in the ocean and you die instantly, or you get eaten by a shark. I think something like that. So this episode isn't just about, you know, Black Flag, Resync, and the original. It's also about like Ubisoft. So we're gonna transition to Ubisoft and why this is actually important for their overall survival. Even though, you know, the certain trillionaire could just buy them out instantly and make a really nice game, I guess. So, as we all know, Ubisoft is on a downhill trend, I would assume, I guess. I mean, I haven't been playing any Assassin's Creed game, just because it was basically the same shit over and over, guys. And while I do like the franchise, I move on. Like everybody moves on. But if it's definitely your first game, you'd have to get Resync. And I think this is the plan for Ubisoft, because then maybe more people will appreciate the franchise and pick up the other games as well. Which is totally up to you. You know, my opinion doesn't matter there. Like if you really love Assassin's Creed, regardless, then you just go for it. Like obviously, I'm not gonna tell people what to do. I'm just sharing my opinion. But in regards of sales and future prospects for Ubisoft, this game does well. They're gonna be back in business, and maybe they'll start working on their next title. I mean, Shadows was an okay game. It wasn't like it was bad or anything. I don't think it was bad. It had a lot of good stuff like building your hideout and stuff, and recruiting ninjas and stuff. I just felt like the gameplay itself was a bit too shallow for my taste, and the combat was it just felt bare bones. So I hope that they added combat from Valhalla and what was the other one? The one Valhalla and Origins, in my opinion, had like one of the best combat, because there's so much variety of things to fight and how to fight your enemy. But that's just my opinion, right? Like, whatever. So Ubisoft right now has a lot of pressure because many people really like Black Flag as well, just not myself. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are already pre-ordering it. No doubt about it. I just don't have anything else negatively to say about this launch, other than the fact that it's kind of positioned in a weird place, like 2026, the summer, July. Like some kids will be able to play it. It's a really nice summer vacation game. So like if you're a parent right now and you're looking to get your young adult children a really nice game, Black Flag is definitely one that I would highly recommend over anything else that's coming out right now. Because the amount of hours of gameplay you'll get is crazy. I think I put in definitely more than 200 hours in the original Black Flag for the PlayStation 3. Because I just the thrill of just plundering ships left and right is so freaking fun, guys. So you have no idea how fun it was. And hopefully they will add like a roguelike loot system. See, oh man, the ideas keep coming. I'm sweating so much. Imagine that, a roguelike loot system, looting pirate ships and looting islands controlled by outlaw pirates in the procedural free roam exploration. Oh wow, they need to hire me. Oh man, that would be so crazy. And how would that be developed? They can even make their own custom, like there's some technical stuff, custom LLM to handle procedural generation, because most of the time procedural generation is defined in certain files in context. But if you can train your own custom LLM based on procedural generation on the type of islands and all that type of monsters, bro, it's the possibilities are endless. But we'll see what Ubisoft does with that. So, is Ubisoft planning to reinvent gaming? Or does it want to remind players that Ubisoft still cares about people and what made them popular in the first place, Like the original developers really cared about making a really nice stealth game with some lore history. Hopefully they can go back to these roots in Resync and truly deliver a new but old experience at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like... No, they need this game to succeed, I think. Yeah, I take it back. I mean, maybe hindsight, they already just took this from that and put it combined. So honestly, I feel like Black Flag is a very low-cost development game. So we'll see. I mean, Ubisoft, they probably do expect for this game to be a hot seller, just on nostalgia alone. And I bet they're already peeing their pants. They're already be like gooning to the money that they're about to make. But we'll see, because nostalgia can only get you so far, because sometimes people don't really want to experience the past anymore, But who knows? But if you're a newcomer, like I said, Black Flag is a best time. Black Flag Resync, best time to get into pirates in general. I mean, not just the series, like, oh man, pirate ship battle, naval warfare. You're gonna love it. And hopefully they add all these other features that I dream about, like customizing your crew, customizing your ship, and at least managing some sort of fleet. It ain't fun if it's just one ship. It's just always going to be you versus a whole fleet. That's kind of boring. Or maybe you can contract services of other mercenary pirates to help you in your high seas adventure. So now, after this, maybe if Ubisoft delivers, are you going to gain their trust again? When they release their next title after Shadows, you're going to like pre-order the next game and be let down again? That's the thing. So even after Black Flag Resync is a big hit, I would hold my horses off on the next titles, because these game companies just be doing that. They milk you. They want to make you happy, then they want to make you mad, then they want to make you happy again, and they make you mad. It's the infinite emotional, psychological, money-making trick. So don't get your hopes up after Black Flag Resynced is such a fun game. Expecting the next title to be fun, alright? Now we're gonna get to the verdict of what this game needs to do to justify its existence in the first place. Well, we already know that Ubisoft was planning to remaster all the previous titles, and we're just getting to the good part right now. And if this one is a hit, though, I think they're just gonna remaster everything in general. So let's see. My prediction is that Black Flag Resynced will obviously focus on Ubisoft's main core principles of being a stealth game, so there's going to be more elements to that. But the danger is that the original game really had a high bar back then. So people that played the old version might be disappointed if it doesn't meet that bar. You know, it was pretty high there. Like, that game was one of the greatest hits on the PlayStation 3. So let's hope they deliver. And let's see, my other thoughts is that when Black Flag comes out, there will be no microtransactions, okay? And Ubisoft, I think they've been on the trend for putting microtransactions, and I hope they don't do that with this game. And another thing is, I hope the game is extremely easily moddable. So, like, especially on PC, we can add mods. It will increase the game's popularity and replayability. Hopefully they'll add multiplayer in some shape or form, but it's fine if they don't add multiplayer. What other things would this game be? Hopefully it's not a cash grab. I hope a lot of the functions are fleshed out. The systems are not that exploitable. But as a video game, you know, there's always someone out there that's gonna find a quick way to do this or that. So just play the game blind without any guides first, and you'll probably have a lot of fun. Hopefully they actually do deliver on the added content, improved gameplay mechanics. Hopefully they're going to add the customization, like I said. And maybe Black Flag Resynced is going to be the miracle that's going to take Ubisoft to their next game in development. I mean, I feel like they're saying like Shadows did really well, I guess, but I literally, after a week of seeing all the paid streamers play Assassin's Creed Shadows, I didn't see that game at all anymore. So I felt like that shit was fake hype, and no one actually really kind of liked the game. No shade to Assassin's Creed fan or anything. I just felt that the story is meh, and it had a lot of features and stuff, but none of it felt, what's that word, too detailed, or it's just very shallow in my opinion. And hopefully Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced gonna have amazing voice acting. I think it's gonna be available in like 12 plus languages or something. So hopefully a lot of things that were not voiced in the original is voiced, and the music is improved, and they add more sea shanties. That would be amazing. So I think that's pretty much it for this video of Walk Talk and Rock. My verdict is that if it's your first time ever playing any pirate game and you want to experience the thrill of adventure at sea with pretty well designed combat, exploration, and adventure and camaraderie and sea shanties, definitely pick up, you know, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. But if you can't afford Resynced, then go ahead and get Black Flag, the original. It might go on sale for like, I don't know, $2 or $5, like the original Black Flag. And will I be playing Black Flag? Probably, because, well, right now I'm going to be playing Echoes of Minecraft, and I'm also going to finish uploading my Trails Beyond the Horizon. So that is it for today's Walk, Talk, and Rock episode. Well, I'll finish this LTQ because I still want to keep walking for 10 more minutes. Yeah, but yeah, I think Black Flag, Resync, like they would like Ubisoft would have to be brain dead to mess this remaster up, you know. Like all the notes were there, all the like they have the data to see what people actually like. There's a lot of feedback. They have everything in their power to make Black Flag Resync the best pirate game the world has ever seen. And if Ubisoft messes this up, I am never buying an Ubisoft game ever again in my entire life. Like, they cannot mess this up. Like, it would be so hard to mess this up, to be honest, because Black Flag was just one of the only pirate games that was at that scale and level. And even the indie games like, or not indie games, sorry, like Sea of Thieves and these other pirate games that I can't, I mean, I've seen and played a bit, but they're just weird in a good way, like a fun way. But I really like the style of Black Flag a lot. And there hasn't been anything that comes close, guys. Isn't that crazy? In 10 plus years, still nothing has came close to a pirate game like Black Flag. So Ubisoft definitely has a treasurable IP and franchise at that level, and implementing parkour and their stealth systems and mechanics and all those delicious features. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a hot seller. So parents, young adults looking to have a good time for the next 2 weeks until you're back to school or back to work slaving away, or back to work living the dream. Either way, everybody's gonna love being a pirate one day. Or if you never want to be a pirate, experience it with Black Flag Resync. You know, get Resync. Because back in the days, pirates used to rule the world, you know, searching for the One Piece. And of course, if you buy the game on day one, obviously there's going to be some bugs, some issues, maybe some few exploits. Day zero bugs. So, but do get the game, try it out, and be sure to use those refund features if you don't end up liking the game, which I highly doubt. Like I'm saying, Ubisoft can't mess this game up. There is literally no way. Like if Ubisoft just copy and pasted the entire game and updated it, I feel like people would still buy it. But the fact that they're adding more from previous Assassin's Creed titles, whew, like I say, this game's gonna be mad crazy. But oh man, I would totally freaking get it. I mean, I will get it. I'll probably get it. But I already spent so much money this month. I already spent a lot of money this month for like 2 games and some good deals on wheels. I'm just getting some good deals online. Yeah, I'll just have to eat ramen for a whole week for this one. I'll most likely just get the base game. But yeah, like I said again, Black Flag Resync would be a good time. Definitely pick it up. And will this be the last in line to Ubisoft's remake? Was this Ubisoft's plan all along? You know, I mean, Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3 remake, they were pretty mid, not gonna lie. They kept it mostly original, but with Black Flag, they're giving it some special treatment. You know what I'm saying? So this is to them, to Ubisoft. This is their One Piece. This is their hope. And to us, the gamers, who just want to experience the true fun and thrill of the best pirate game we've ever dreamed of. That will be us, hopefully. Or are we gonna be very sad and disappointed that it was just all hype and nothing else? We'll have to find out once it comes out in a few days. So the final questions and any comments or concerns, feel free. But do you think Black Flag is Assassin's Creed best game in this franchise? I mean, Ubisoft's best game in the franchise? I think so. Black Flag is up there for me because no one's ever done it like Ubisoft on Black Flag. No one's ever done it, hands down. I mean, there's RTS games, but there's not an engaging story, laggable characters, amazing hand-to-hand combat, especially the duels. Oh man, the duels were extremely fun. I really liked the duels. Like, it made you really feel that you deserve to sink their ship down or take their island, or whatever. Do you think after Black Flag Resynced, Ubisoft is going to remake their other games? I mean, those are still kind of modern. Like the last modern was like 2016, I think, which is not really deserving of another remake or remaster. Because the only thing that's really changed in these last couple of years is the graphics. But you know, graphics plays a big role, and some of the features that have been included, such as like more advanced AI and different types of techniques. But honestly, I feel like gaming as a whole, in terms of mechanics and systems, is fundamentally the same. So it's mostly down to creativity now and what's left on the apple tree. You know what they say, everyone always rushes to pick up the apples on the floor, because picking up apples higher up in the tree requires more sacrifice. And from what I can tell you, not many companies like making sacrifices, because there's no profit in it. And that's where everyone's gonna fail. Another one would be, would you rather have it that Black Flag was a different story from one of a different character in the original Black Flag? Or did you actually enjoy Edward Conway's side of the story in the original Black Flag? Let me know about that. Like, maybe there was another character you were more interested, or they should have just done a different story, or you didn't like the story at all and you just played the game for the gameplay, which was mostly my case half the time. And the final question is, if Black Flag does become a hit, do you think Ubisoft is gonna make another Assassin's Creed game? Because at this point, to be honest, with all they've done right now, they've pretty much done everything. Do you think the next Assassin's Creed is gonna be one that involves outer space? Because naturally, if you got the ships at the sea, you can have ships in space. It's literally the same formula, just a different look, but the same feel. So you let me know down in the comments what you think Ubisoft is going to do after the success of Black Flag Resynced. Like I said, everything in the original was a high bar and an easy bar, because there was no really good pirate games. But now there's been a few. So they've had time to repolish, to bake this upcoming masterpiece. Alright, that'll be it for this episode of Walk Talking Rock. I'm your host, Xaiyeon. And thank you for watching. Hope you're watching my other videos, and I'll see you in the next Walk Talking Rock.